I'm Brenda Caldwell, aka Dr. B. Welcome to the Hope Zone, moving you from a place of hopelessness and brokenness to a place of healing and wholeness, a place where hope is alive to bring you more peace, more joy, more freedom, and more understanding of your God-given purpose. Let's enter the Hope Zone. Hi, and welcome into another edition of the Hope Zone with me, Brenda Caldwell, aka Dr. B. You have come to the Hope Zone, where there is hope for every situation. And as we get into the Hope Zone today, here in episode number 135, today we are talking about when you're grounded in gratitude. When you're grounded in gratitude, what actually happens then? Listen, I want to say this to you. I'd love for you to subscribe to the podcast. You can do so by hitting that subscribe button and clicking that notification button, and you will get an upload every Monday as we deliver a dose of hope here in the Hope Zone. And as we are talking about gratitude, of course, we're in the month of Thanksgiving. We're in the time where gratitude is generally talked about. And so what we're talking about being, though, grounded in gratitude, not just during a time of holiday, but during, every day, every single day. I always love to say this: if you call my phone, you'll get this message. I always end a message, of course, I always talk about hope, but I end with today is either a great day or a day to be grateful. Today is it's either a great day or it's a day to be grateful. So when we're talking about being rooted, we're talking about being grounded in gratitude. Gratitude, what is gratitude? Gratitude is the sense of thankfulness and deep appreciation for even the smallest of things. When you're talking about gratitude, you're talking about having this deep, just this genuine appreciation, this thankfulness. It's a humility that comes with really being grateful. It's a generous joy when you have a gratitude about you, and gratitude is something that really honors the Father. He honors gratitude, just like he honors humility. It's just something about, he says, enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. So, he says that in Psalm 100, verse 4, he tells us, when you come into my presence, come in with thanksgiving, which again is synonymous with gratitude. When you're grateful, it's something about people being grateful that makes you want to give them more. It's something about a true gratitude that makes a parent want to give even more to their children. So when you think about that, like if you are a parent and you overhear your child talking to somebody else and they're saying, oh, my mom is just so awesome. My dad is awesome. He blesses me with this. He gave me that. He gave me that. I'm just so grateful for my mom. I appreciate her so much. I appreciate my daddy. And I just love the way my daddy always is there and he helps me. And I'm just grateful for my daddy. What is that going to make you do as a parent? He's going to want to make you, open up your wallet basically and give that child all the cash that you have on hand and give them the credit card and let them go shopping. It is just something about when you know that someone's grateful, when you know that someone very much has appreciation for you. It goes a long way. Flip the script. How is it when the Father knows that we're grateful, his children? We're grateful. Gratitude slams the door when complaining shows up and wants to come in. Gratitude says, oh no, you can't come in complaining. You bring the wrong spirit into my soul. Oh, I can't, I can't have you entering in because you will pollute my soul. So you can't come in. No, you can't come in because Complaining is the opposite, if you will. It's the antidote to gratitude. I mean, it is completely, a enemy, if you will, to gratitude, and it will erode one person on a work team, or one person in the family just can complain so much, and that can become contagious and spill off on other people, and next thing you know, everybody's complaining. No, gratitude. Gratitude is something that causes you to experience more of God's favor, more of God's goodness when He knows that you're grateful. When we're grateful for a little, God can bless us with a lot. I'll never forget something that happened to me many years ago. It was about 30 years ago. I remember that. I remember, and I remember I was going through living by faith. I had stepped out in faith to become a professional motivational speaker at that time, and I was just living by faith. And I had left my job maybe 3 to 4 months earlier, and so it was getting a little tight. In fact, it was getting a lot tight. But I kept this. I just had a zealousness about me, and I had this joy. And I also had gratitude. I was just so grateful for the smallest of things. I remember going to Kroger, and I looked down on the floor, and there it was. Oh my God, a quarter. Woo! I rejoiced over that quarter. I'm telling you, I remember picking up that quarter, and I was looking at that quarter, and I was just going through the store. You would have thought I found, $250. I was so grateful for the quarter. I specifically remember just having this, because to me it was like almost like a sign to just hold on. Just hold on, daughter. Hold on. Because I know a quarter couldn't do much for me. But I wanted God to know in that moment I was so grateful. So grateful. Well, something happened the same day. The same day. I will never forget it as long as I live. Later on that day, I went to my mailbox. I lived in my apartment. I went to my mailbox, and there it was. I had a check, believe it or not, for $2,500. Oh my God. Yes. The same day that I rejoiced over a quarter was the same day a check in the amount of $2,500. I have not done the math. I think it's a $1,000 percentage markup, 1,000% increase. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure, but I do know this. I know this. I know that I was absolutely blown away. And the check was already in the mail. The check was already going to come. But God, it's like He sets you up because He knows what's coming. And he does things to allow our heart to grow, our faith to grow, but our thanksgiving to grow. Because I was so grateful for a quarter. God showed me what He could do in the same day, sent that check. It's amazing what happens when we can be thankful over a little. God can bless us with a miracle. God can bless us far and beyond what we can ask, think, or begin to imagine. I talk a lot about Ephesians 3:20. God is able to do even exceeding, even abundantly, even above what we could dare ask or think or begin to imagine. When we are grounded in gratitude, grounded in gratitude. Would you say this out of your mouth? I believe in the power of words. I want you to just say this. Say, I'm grounded in gratitude. Say it again. I'm grounded in gratitude. Say it like this. I'm grateful for everything. See, when you say that you're grateful, God hears that. And the Bible says that He sends angels to go on our behalf. Hebrews 1:14 says, angels are sent forth to minister on behalf of those who are the heirs of salvation. The power of angels are real. God can send angels to intercede on your behalf, to open doors on your behalf, to stop things from happening on your behalf. God can use angels to go on your behalf. But I'm going to tell you, the Bible says, man judges the outward, But God always looks at the heart. So do you have a heart of gratitude? I just believe the more grateful we are, the more God does for us. And it's not about God doing all these great things. We should be grateful for the smallest thing, grateful for the ability to breathe, grateful for having health, grateful for being in our right mind, grateful. You know, the older I get, the more seasoned I get, I should say, the more grateful I am of those things that are so easy to take for granted. Being able to feed yourself, being able to tie your own shoes, being able to, take yourself grocery shopping, being able to walk outside. I mean, there are things that we literally have to be grateful for, because I guarantee you, whatever you're grateful for, somebody else wish that they could have the ability to do. What you don't say you're grateful for, somebody else would be so grateful if they had the ability to do it. A lot of times we're looking at, being able to travel, being able to, spend lots of money on things, being able to buy big ticket items. All those things are great. But the thing is, do we have an attitude of gratitude even if we don't have the big ticket items, even if we're not able to travel, even if we don't own the best car, even if you're not living in the best home? It's true that there are parts of the world, that is extremely, extremely poor. And that, here in America, our poverty does not compare to other parts of the world. And the bottom line is that if you have a bank account, or if you have some money saved somewhere, if you have something to eat in your refrigerator, if you have, it may not be exactly what you want to eat, but if you have, some type of roof over your head, you're richer than most people on the planet. I mean, there are third world countries that have nothing. And we're going through a lot here in this country, in America right now. Government shutdowns, this, that, and the other. Lots of, political things that are happening that are affecting everyday people every single day. That is true. And it's the reality of the times that we're living in, but it still does not negate the beauty of gratitude. Because one thing that happens is when we're grateful, and our eyes are not on the White House, but our eyes are on who's running our house, it's amazing what will happen. God just has a way to show he's still in charge. And he can open doors, and he can, cancel debt, and he can somehow supernaturally send money to your bank account. I'm a living witness to it all. God can do things that can blow your mind. He really can. But are we grounded enough in gratitude to where if he doesn't do those things, you're still grateful, so grateful for what you have, that you have a happiness and a contentment? You see, happy people are grateful people, and grateful people are happy people. When you're happy, it's because you tend to be very grateful. If you're unhappy, somewhere there's some ingratitude going on. When we find ourselves being unhappy, I mean, there can be some things in life that can cause, if you will, us to have some battle of unhappiness. I mean, bad things happen. It's not like we're happy about those things, but in the general sense, every single day there is an ability to choose whether or not you're going to be grateful. And if you can choose to be grateful, you're choosing a contentment that can make your heart happy. Because when your heart is fixated on trusting God, then no matter what the situation is, whether it's finances, sickness, whether it's, some kind of relationship situation, no matter what it is, the ability that God has given us, called volition, is the ability to yet still choose to be happy. You literally can still choose how you feel regardless of what's going on. So grateful people are happy people, and happy people are grateful. It's important to stay grateful. And when you stay grateful, you keep your heart happy. When you stay grateful, you keep your body healthy. When you stay grateful, you keep your mind sound. It's an amazing thing that happens when we have gratitude. Gratitude, being grounded in gratitude, again, it prevents the cancer of complaining from entering your soul. It even prevents the cancer of worry and fear and anxiety to enter your soul, because when you're just so grateful, and you can list things daily that you're grateful for. You can keep a gratitude journal every single day. You can write those things that you were grateful for that happened that day. I don't care. Every single day, there's something that you can be grateful for. Every day, there's something that you and I both can find ourselves being grateful. What are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for right now? Think about that. You ought to just do inventory. You ought to just start saying, I'm grateful for, and fill in the blank. Because whatever you start saying you're grateful for, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this question. It's a profound question that I learned some years ago from listening to a message. And the question is, what if the only things that you would have tomorrow would be the things that you are grateful for today? Are you kidding that? What if the only thing that you could actually have access and have available in your life tomorrow are the things that you express gratitude for today? Would that change the way that you approach your gratitude list? What would you be grateful for? If the only way you would have your children in your life is that you express gratitude for them today. If the only way you would have a bank account tomorrow is that you express gratitude for your bank account today, would you do so? You see, we don't tend to think that way. And of course, that would put stress on all of us. Oh my God, I need to make sure I say I'm grateful. I need to make sure. And then you'd be a robot. And then it wouldn't be genuine. And so thanks be to God that he doesn't cause us to have to act like that or do that in order to give, for him to be good. Because he reigns on the just, the unjust. He's good. He's a good father. He still blesses us. He doesn't withhold his blessings because we did not express gratitude today. Why? Because he says his mercies are new every single morning. Wow. Ecclesiastes. What a powerful word. He's just not like us. He's just not like us. Ecclesiastes 3:23, I believe. He's not like us. He's so gracious. But what if it just would make a day? What if it would just make a difference in your life? And I believe it would make a difference in your life, in my life, to express a list of those things that you're grateful for every day, as if you want to make sure that you have them tomorrow, even though there's no biblical law or scripture that says you have to do that. I believe that becoming so grounded in gratitude, I believe that it changes your life. It keeps your heart content. It keeps the favor of God, I believe, on your life, because he gives us more. He allows more into our life when he knows that we're grateful. It's an amazing, beautiful thing. But more than anything, it's just a way to honor God. When we are grateful, when we are thankful, when we show appreciation. Think about it. When people in your life show you gratitude, they show you appreciation, they show you that they thank you, they show you that they appreciate you, it just makes you want to do more for them, as I said earlier. So think about that. Think about that during this Thanksgiving season, the power of being grounded in gratitude and what that can do for you. Yes, it can keep your heart happy, and it can keep you reflecting the love of God in such a way that you draw people to you and you draw the favor of God into your life. Well, that's all I have for you today. I would love for you to go to my website at drbempowers.com, drbempowers.com, to find out more information about my works. And again, I always love to say this in closing: in a world full of darkness, there's still a reason to have hope. So what do I want you to do? I want you to hold on to hope like it's a piece of rope. Until next time. I'm so glad you made it to the end of the podcast. If the Hope Zone is making a positive difference in your life, please subscribe to the show so you don't miss the next episode. Leave a review, and most of all, share it with your friends. And remember, from your worst day to your best day, there's hope in every situation.